So, a couple minutes ago, I, I got kind of upset about something. So, I'm listening to some preacher guy on YouTube, right? And he's like, you have to belong to a church, you have to do all these things. I have a faith that I belong to. And, he's just talking about all these things. I'm getting upset because everybody belongs somewhere, right? But sometimes you don't fit in where you're a church at, right? But they teach us the scriptures thoroughly. There's not an issue there. A lot of churches teach it thoroughly, and some do it better than others. And sometimes I go to other churches to get what my church isn't doing, and it's a totally different faith, right? So I was telling my daughter, maybe I'll just walk away from all this altogether because I'm just frustrated right now. I'm overwhelmed. And so I'm outside walking the dog, and the Lord says to me, He says, don't come under your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5-6. And I'm floored because I'm going to post something that's probably going to tick off a lot of people. But it needs to be said because there's a woman who thought she was a part of the 144,000 and killed off her family, her children, just so she could be with the king. You know, people need to stop being sucked in by this stuff and do the research, read. And that's why I'm doing this video because it needs to be addressed, right? I always look over there because I have some books and stuff over there, and I have a painting. Um, it's called Abuse of Authority, right? So I always look to that because since the minute I've walked with Father, you wouldn't believe all the crap that I've had to research to get to the bottom of everything. And I've been sucked in by one specific cult once, and and that's what it is. It was a money-hungry cult, period. And it's all it was. And it was horrible because a lot of people suffered for that. And again, people would just approach me out of nowhere and ask me questions about that. I don't know how they knew, but God's children know each other. So before we start taking up all this stuff, we need to do the research. Um, okay? So let's not become another killer or statistic in the road. You know, let's do the research, study.